So we banned Spectrier from SSOU just about a week ago, and now a lot of people are wondering, what the hell do I use instead? How do I beat all of these bulky cores now that my auto win horse is in the realm of the Ubers? And on top of that, what else could I use to potentially break through teams that might be unexpected right now? Well, if you're wondering those things, or you just love hearing me ramble on and on about competitive Pokemon, or if you have nothing better to do and you want to see me happy, this is the video for you. So is every other video. But this video in particular, it's the video for you, I promise. I'm not good at intros, by the way, if you couldn't tell. But this video right here, yeah, you're at the right place. Stay here. Okay. For those of you that didn't already click off by my incessant rambling, I'm here with a video about all the potential replacements for Spectre in SSU metagame. We got a blank canvas here. We got 5 Pokemon. Some might be familiar faces, some might be randomly holding an Eviolite, and some might not be familiar faces. And we're going to go through all that they could do and why they overlap a bit in viability and just niche with Spectre. And I'm going to basically be doing it in order. I think this is kind of the order of like similarity, if you will. Although of these Pokemon, I want to say I think that Dragon Ball and Tornadus T are really the 2 only consistent options, but Gengar's getting better. So yeah. So Spectre did a lot of cool things, and a lot of them were kind of stemmed off of having Wisp plus Hex. And if you want like a direct close replacement on your team, like you're just like a plug and play ladder dude and you just don't care about taking the game too seriously, just want to use your same team over and over and over again, just run the same moveset on Gengar. You do add a psychic weakness, but you're still immune to fighting. You're still able to resist the same things for the most part, besides, again, you're suddenly weak to psychic, you're suddenly weak to ground, but you can work around it. Yeah, you're a little slower, and you're a little weaker, and you're a little frailer. I completely get it. Spectre outclassed Gengar, but Gengar has all of the same moves and the same typing. So if you really just wanted it, hey, I'm going to run a direct replacement, well, this is your direct replacement. Now, I personally don't advise that. I think that's a poor strategy. I think you'll never be able to replicate the same results. Even if people start preparing for Ghost types less, Gengar is just that much slower and weaker and frailer that the fact of the matter is it's never going to live up to the high heights of Spectre. So if you want to do that, fine. You could do what you want with your own teams. But personally, my personal suggestion would be look at Gengar for what it actually is. It is 130 base special attack. It has 110 base speed. That, coupled with the best offensive stab typing in the game and fundamentally strong coverage, and also just like good stabs, is a lot. It can actually net you a ton of offensively. And if you look at the metagame right now, Mandibus is going to drop bit usage, Transtar is going to drop bit usage. You might not even need to run Focus Blast necessarily. You could run like Nasty Plot, Shadow Ball. Maybe you want to run Sludge Bomb to hit things like Clefable and Tapu Fini for a 1-shot at +2, or just hit them hard in general. That's completely fair. Maybe you want to run Thunderbolt to kill Toxapex at +2. That's completely fair too. Maybe you want to run something like Knockoff to knock off something like Slowbro Galaris and you could kill it the next time you come in, or I don't know, fine with me. Maybe you want to run some Wisp Hex stuff. I don't know, but I would use it more offensively as opposed to a finesse sweeper. You know, it can be like a quote-unquote win condition having Nasty Plot, but it really would be used as more of a breaker outright. Now, there are some pretty promising options on it move pool-wise. Focus Plunge, Focus Blast. Focus Blast, I promise you, not Focus Punch. And Sludge Bomb are going to be the most promising options coverage-wise for sure. But again, Thunderbolt for Toxapex is an option. You could even run Thunder if you want to really like do big ball damage to that and also nuke things like Tornadus Darien. I think Icy Wind has a ton of potential too as well. In fact, I think Life Orb Icy Wind Gengar is actually going to be kind of cool. Let me run a calc here. I'm fairly certain this kills, right? Let me get Gengar. No substitute. Get out of here. Give me that Icy Wind. And let me calculate against a Landorus T. It's basically like a Hidden Power Ice, so 99.4% min damage. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm okay at this whole math. And I see right here that it's a 382 in the HP department. And all of these rolls are higher than 382. Last I checked, 385 is higher than 380. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments below. You know, comment regardless, saying how freaking stupid I am for going off on this tangent, please. But I'm pretty sure this is a good chance. I think 87.5 is pretty high. I've been wrong before though. But I think this is kind of baller. Like you can run Focus Blast here. You can run Wisp if you really want to with Hex. Again, you can make it just Leftovers or Black Sludge rather. You could run Sludge Bomb for Fairy types. Again, I think there's a lot of potential. Honestly, wouldn't mind even seeing a 4 attacking set. I think that'd be pretty dope. So yeah, definitely try out Gengar. Let me know your thoughts on that for sure. So that's kind of like one of the more direct replacements to Spectre in this metagame, in my opinion. But like, if you really want like a devious sweeper with the ability to boost special attack, then Blacephalon. Fortunately, as you see, it doesn't learn Nest, but it gets Calm Mind. Shadow Ball. It even gets a secondary slab and Flamethrower. No, not Flame Charge, Flamethrower, or Fire Blast, or even Mind Blown if you're a baller. And you could rock heavy duty boots in this guy, and there's no pursuit. I think that's pretty cool. Obviously, you don't want to run into especially defensive attack specs or Tyranitar with this set, but I mean, hey, if the shoe fits, the shoe fits, you know? It has some cool other options. You could see it running Encore. You could see it running, I guess, Expanding Force and a Psychic Drain team could be pretty cool for Pex. Yeah, Wisp for Tar. Unfortunately, you lose out in Hidden Power Ground or Hidden Power Fighting, which is a little lame, but you have your options. You could see, you could even run Hypnosis, I guess. Well, I wouldn't personally advise that. Fire Spin to punish, like, pivot switching, although I think that's a bit more niche. But yeah, no, the main issue is you see Gengar's low physical bulk, 60-60. Well, somehow Blacephalon is, like, quite a bit worse. It's 53-53. Yeah, it does make up with it with a very high base special attack, 151. Even high attack with 127, although it almost definitely always is going to go to waste. And on top of that, 107 speed is solid. A little short Gengar, so it's going to kind of rank it behind. Like, it's frailer, as you can see. And on top of being more frail, it also is just slower, but it hits hard. It has a nice secondary stab. One-shotting the Ferrothorn with your Ghost type's always nice to do. Hence, the next Pokemon, you could run Spec Dragapult as replacement to Spec Spectrier. Get a little quicker. You can be a lot weaker. You only have that 100 special attack there, but you get Infiltrator into speed, which is cool. It has okay bulk, honestly. We just saw an SPL game earlier where it's going to be uploaded to the channel where we saw Hydro Pump kill a Landorus one shot. I thought that was pretty cool. Also nukes things like Heatran and Tyranitar for 2 KOs, which is solid in my opinion. Of course, you can run the normal sets, the pivot sets. They don't really replicate the niche Spectre, but if you're just looking for fast Ghost type with offensive presence, then that is fast Ghost type with offensive presence, so it absolutely would work for you. However, personally, I think Specs is the closest to Spec Spectre in the tier, but I think the other sets, you can't really replicate the niche. You don't have a special attack boosting move. You kind of are reliant on coverage, or at least status to a heavier degree to do damage, due to the fact that it's just a weak Pokemon outright in the special end. Only 100 base special attack, it obviously is going to do quite a bit less than a Pokemon with so much higher special attack. I mean, we're talking, you know, one of the strongest special attackers in the admittedly brief but still relevant history of this metagame of SSOUs. So, all in all, I wouldn't personally advise using Dragapult if you want the outright breaking power of Spectre, but if you want the speed control coupled with the Ghost type, then yes, Dragapult is the way to go. Personally, I really like Dragapult in this metagame. In fact, I liked it in the metagame prior to this too. I really quite liked it in the metagame that had Spectre as a revenge killer Spectre, and also just as a nice defensive pivot in general. Kind of the same dynamic we saw in the DLC 1 metagame, be it with Sub or even with U-Turn, Status Hex, and then Dragon Darts or Draco Meteor. But regardless of that, I like both sets right now. I think it's solid. I wouldn't use Dragon Dance very often unless it's on Hyper Offense, but definitely on these type of teams, yeah, there's a lot of promise there. Okay, next up we have Tornadus T and Alakazam. Now these Pokemon kind of lose the direct niche. You aren't Ghost types anymore. Yeah, Yabador's is fighting, at least in Tornadus T's case. You don't really want to switch into anything if you're Alakazam. But they are fast special attackers that aren't really super impossible to get in. Alakazam's in the harder side for sure, you can make it work. That have access to Nasty Plot and either strong stabs in case of the Tornadus, or just great coverage. Psychic plus Focus Blast for Alakazam. Hell, coverage with Tornadus T is great too. With Focus Blast plus Heat Wave, you're pretty much able to demolish things that are able to resist flying, aside from bulky electric types, which you don't see very often right now. Poco being the main one. You even run a Sludge Wave for that. So yeah, what else? Knockoff is really solid in my opinion. Yeah, and all in all though, the Tornadus T, I guess one thing's worth noting, only 110 base special attack, kind of like Dragapult. You wish it was a bit stronger. Maybe 120, 125, that'd be pretty great. Tornadus Eye vibes, if you will, but Regenerator makes up for it a ton. Kind of plays to more of a bulky pivot kind of sense as well. Of course, all Tornadus T sets are great right now, though in my opinion, it's a fringe top 7 Pokemon right now, definitely top 10 Pokemon. So yeah, Alakazam is Pokemon that I believe is lower 2U right now. And honestly, I don't see it rising to OU via usage, but it definitely should see some fringe usage, be it on Psychic Terrain teams or on other type of teams. It's solid, it's fast, Nasty Plot. Admittedly, Megaunite is a pain for it. A couple of bulky Pokemon are paying for it. Everything could do a Kyoto if not one-shot it, but it has some potential offensively. It's really strong, it's really fast, it's a good combination. You see here 135 special attack, 120 speed, a lot going for it. But again, it's got the Blacephalon going, 55, 45 physical bulk. 95 special bulk is a bit of a saving grace, but that alone won't be enough to fix it. But yeah, I definitely would try Alakazam and Tornadus T as well. But your more direct replacements, of course, are the Ghost types. Gengar presumably will be able to fulfill a Nasty Plot role and also the bulkier sets. plus that font can come lined up, and again, it's very fragile in the physical end, but it can do the trick, and drag pult for spec. So yeah, these are some potential replacements to Spectrier in the metagame. I try not to go into super far in depth because we haven't actually seen this metagame develop very much. And admittedly, I kind of want to see where it goes, what is next to be. We're also going to have a player-based survey in the near future on a potential next suspect test, be it Maguna, Cinderace, or something else potentially. I'm not too sure personally. I think those two would make the most sense, but we'll have to wait and see. Could even be a quick ban if there's enough support for it, I suppose, but I don't know. I'm keeping my mind completely open because, in my opinion, the player base should determine the fate of the tier, but that's a tangent for a different video, not right now, so stay tuned for that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video on the potential replacements to Spectrier in the SSU metagame. If you did enjoy it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I really would appreciate that. The support really helps. We're getting super close to 6,000 subscribers as well, and that would be a really amazing feat to accomplish, especially during this month when all the proceeds this channel makes this month are going to mental health awareness. If you guys aren't familiar with that, I posted a video on it at the start of the month. It's just a really important cause to me, especially in the middle of a pandemic. A lot of people are suffering, and I want to do what I can as a content creator to contribute to the well-being of society as a whole. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Get a nice double upload on Friday, and be sure to stay tuned for some more content this weekend. Alright guys, I hope you all have a great day. Stay safe, stay warm, of course, especially if you're living by me. Oh my god, it's so cold here in Jersey, but yeah, no. Peace out, talk to you guys soon, and later. Okay, bye.